So as I suspected, that is good game, and we will move on to the losers bracket sometime next. Hello and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. First things first, I do want to apologize for the tardiness of today's video. Super hectic, super busy day today, and super busy morning, so did not have a chance to put that out, but it's out now. Life is good. Depending on when you're watching this, it's Monday in Los Angeles when I'm recording this. It might be like Tuesday morning in New York by the time I actually get it up and you're watching it. But Tuesday, I believe, we will get an email about buffs and rebalances. Expect, I believe it's Raikou to get a balance. And then I misspoke in a previous video. It's Electriv, who I expect to be the gym reward for the following gym. That will probably be electric and ground, just based on similar patterns to previous gyms. I suspect Raikou is going to be available in booster packs. Swampert will probably stay in the booster pack, as well as I can't think of his name, Seismitoad. I think they are both water ground, so they will probably both stay in. They'll add Raikou into there, and I believe that will be the nuts and bolts of the next banners. And if that's the case, probably going to skip buying any gyms for booster packs. Just not necessary. I have those Pokemon, except for the Raikou. I don't have that, but we'll see. That's all I'll say. We'll see. But I don't anticipate any major changes coming up. Interested to see what the buffs are. Always like to see what Pokemon they decide need a little bit added to their abilities. But we are in the Ground Gym Cup. I'm terrible in this cup. I don't know why. I got to the point where I was just running full evolutions with Manaphy. And I may do that as a video tomorrow, just for giggles. But without further ado, here's the deck I'm throwing out. 2 Vibrava, 2 Torterra, a Shuppet, and a Magikarp, who evolves into Gyarados. If you will recall, this deck was featured in a previous video where I believe it was Fire, because Ground got the damage buff. So my Torterras were doing 140 damage. People didn't really want to attack into that. Now they have the MP buff, so they're not as scary to attack into. But at the same time, I've kind of given up on this gym. I hit the 50 wins. I thought about pushing and trying to get top 1200, and every time I do, I lose. And it's kind of discouraging. So let's see what we can do. I've won 2 in a row, which is surprising, quite honestly. He's going to bring his Zapdos out, which is completely counters everything that Vibrava has to offer. But I have no idea what the pairing algorithm is for this game. The pairing right here is not bad. It's 1905 and 1850. That's both with 2 wins. Totally fine. So I'm not speaking specifically about this particular game, but I had lost like 9 out of 12, beat Bugbot 3 times for my only 3 wins, using the full evolution deck that I was mentioning. And it put me up against a like 2200 player after I beat Bugbot. I'm completely confused as to how and in what universe that makes any sense. And in case you're wondering, that was an awful move for me to move Magikarp out there. So we're just going to move over here so War Turtle will just back on up. But that was a terrible idea for me to move Magikarp out there. I very easily could have just brought Torterra out onto the entry point and then moved Magikarp back in here on the back row somewhere. That'd have been the much better play. Just as a heads up for you, if you want to try to run a deck similar to this one, I don't really advise it. Yeah, it's I'll tell you what, the full evolution deck, while it was not very successful, it was a lot more fun than the deck I'm running right now. And fully anticipate doing a video tomorrow. Oh, poor Gyarados. Oh my god, not even poor Gyarados. I just flat out missed. Oh my goodness, that is we can't have that. That is, we're just gonna bring him right back out. I wasn't, as you can see, I'm not even fully paying attention here. All I was thinking in my head is I'm gonna surround his Magikarp, which is gonna become a Gyarados, but he just knocked my guy out because Torterra rolled a solid miss. And let's do this again. So I don't know what's going on with the algorithm. That I don't know how that's the least bit. Dude, I don't even care that I'm going to lose my Shuppet. Your Gyarados is way scarier than my Shuppet is. So we will take him out. And we'll move from there and see what kind of trouble we can get into. We're going to have to go ahead and back that thing up here. That was maybe a bad idea, considering he's just going to soar right over my guy. That was a pretty bad play. Pretty bad plays all over the place here. That was equally bad by him. He really should have just soared over here. I could not have gotten to my goal. I would have had to hurdle jump Vibrava over, which Zapdos completely counters Vibrava. Wartortle does not scare me at all unless I roll a miss. The bad news for my opponent, Tyrellin, is that I have a Wartortle who's 5 chain levels, and I don't even run him because he's so terrible. There is nothing that makes Wartortle good, except for facing a Magikarp. I do like a confused Zapdos, though. We can work with that. So yeah, so I basically have no fear of this Wartortle. And I will treat him with the disrespect that is due a lousy Wartortle. Makes me sad too, because I put not a ton of resources, but obviously my common cubes I put into Wartortle. Why would you do that? Do you have long throw? He does not have long throw, so I will claim this entry point as mine. And I would love to use Wartortle. Just not one of those good Pokemon. With the MP buff, he wasn't good. With the... I'm just going to attack because he's confused. Another miss. With the MP buff, he's not good. With the movement, he's not good. I just can't really think of any situations in which Wartortle is good. It's kind of ironic that Zapdos is confused, so his primary move is a miss. And my my Torterra has now rolled 2 misses. Only about a 12% chance, less than that, of rolling a miss. And he's done it twice now. In 2 rolls, 3 rolls, 2 rolls. So there you go. A little bit of irony there. We are going to... I don't have any double chances, I don't think. He'll probably get Rock Wrecker. No. So we're going to lose Gyarados. to the bulldozer. And here's the thing about Rhyperior that I've noticed in this gym. He sucks. Unless he's one of those Rhyperiors that only rolls bulldozer, and then there's nothing you can do about it. But I've had equally the number of Rhyperiors who only roll bulldozer as I have to the Rhyperiors who don't roll bulldozer at all. And if it's not rolling bulldozer, then it's no good. This one apparently is the one that's only going to roll bulldozer, which is actually good because now his Virizion can't hop over me. Yeah, so he's probably, well, I'm either going to burn him or die, and they're both equally good with me, and we're going to burn him. I'm actually completely cool with that, because I don't know if you can hear this person's music next to me, but it's really loud. Hopefully he doesn't move Vibrava. That'd be, oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, I can't go over Vibrava. Bummer. So we're just going to go ahead and threaten goal here. Make him move Vibrava over. And then, since he can't take any of my entry spaces, I'll either burn him or die. Or get confused. That's kind of like the least desirable of the scenarios in that situation. I'm really just trying to cycle out Shuppet at this point. He's kind of dead weight on the board. So we're not going to let that happen. And unfortunately, I really needed to cycle out Shuppet a turn ago. And it didn't happen. Wait. Okay, yeah. Oh, good. That was a terrible play by on his part. Except that I lived. I'm going to make it so that he has to come attack my Shuppet. That was a really bad play by him. Okay, well. This is what I don't like about Shuppet is, let's just try to take this guy out. Is late game, it's so bad to have him on the board if you can't really do anything with it. And I really needed to cycle him out. I'm disappointed he couldn't figure out a way to get killed. That just goes to show how terrible. You know what? He's confused, so I'm going to go ahead and attack. And we have a failure to land an offensive attack there. Like, we're not excited about this at all. Terralyn is going super slow. I can probably knock out War Turtle, actually. He's confused, which means he's only rolling dodge. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take... I don't even know what plates he has. I really don't even care. He has all of his plates. Might as well go and try to status him as well. Let's do that. No rhyme or reason, other than for the LOLs. And now, we're actually just going to back him up. I know that's going to get my Vibrava KO'd, but whatever. this point, we're trying to just confuse. No. Maybe I should say I'm trying to do something other than what I'm actually trying to do. Because when I say I want to knock him out or I want to burn him, it doesn't happen. And so now we just want to screech him. Huh. We'll actually take that because he turns into a flyaway machine. Draco Meteor can come in really handy. Not so much against anybody on the field though. Rhyperier's about it. So we will try for fly. Perfect, look at that. Now we'll bring our Torterra Bruiser out here. And we're actually not in the worst of positions, simply because his Pokemon are statused. And not overly concerned with Poliwhirl, or Wartortle, I mean. I'm just gonna hop over here. He'd be dumb to take that spot. Withdrawal would be great. Perfect. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit this with the flyaway. Ooh. Nope. Doesn't work because of the dodge. Now he's going to have to use a hurdle jump because he has all of his plates still. Yeah, he decides not to go for the evolution. I'm trying to think. Am I better off? Wartortle's no threat. Although Wartortle is gone. He's not a threat, but I didn't have anywhere else to move my Shuppet. It's kind of what that boils down to. Hopefully we can all withdraw. Perfect. Now we're going to threaten his Gyarados. He should hurdle jump into my goal, is quite honestly what he should do. Okay. But he's not. And that's cool. So we're going to attack. If he gets Storm, and he does, then he loses his Virizion. Which I'll lose my entry point, but there are worse things in this world. And we are going to go attack here. Hope he lands on Crash, which turns to miss. Take back our entry point. Oh no. Well, we lose our Shuppet, which is actually, that is probably the best that could have happened right there, to tell you the truth. This Terra Lynn is probably getting kind of frustrated and annoyed. He or she should come attack with Gyarados, and they don't. So we're going to go there. We're going to move Torterra back onto the goal so we don't get Typhoon Slash cheesed. Actually, that affords us a turn to go ahead and bring him out first. And now, make sure we don't get cheesed. This game is taking an insanely long time, an insane amount of time to complete. Can I go for the Typhoon? Wait, did not go for the Typhoon Slash. You know what? We're gonna just go ahead and hope he doesn't roll Grass Knot. Storm is okay. Storm is not a bad roll. Gonna try to come in and get the Bulldozer and move me back onto my entry point. But little does he know, I'm just gonna roll a flat out Homified miss. And he still hasn't used a single plate this entire match. That was bad. I should have just left Torterra on my entry point. And then that would have left the door open for me to bring out Vibrava. But we're just going to go after. If we get confused, he's done. Because he's garbage if he's confused. Not worried about that. We're going to slide on in here to Vibrava's DMs and see what's up. I don't know what his play is. Okay, well, he wants to do that. So we are going to hopefully avoid Supersonic. It's like the one roll that we don't want is Supersonic. And I understand it's... he has a 20, almost a 30% chance of rolling it. But that means he has a 70% chance of not rolling it. So how about that? Ooh. This could be perfect. Luck be a lady. Ah! That'd been great though, right? If he just slapped that 71. I really should have gone with Gyarados. Although, even if I knocked him out, Virizion would just take the entry point. But, if he wants to do that again... Wait, it's my turn? Well, we're definitely getting knocked out here. Yeah, I mean... that was just a completely foregone conclusion that we were going to get knocked out. And how did he catch up on time? I thought we had like 40 seconds on him. Draco Meteor part. Oh. Or we could always just miss. So he's using AI tickets is what that is. Because nobody's going to respin that if you're not using AI tickets. And that's going to be game. So our 2-game streak comes to an end. We're never even like remotely in this game. It was, honestly, it was super boring to play, and I apologize. I'm sure you guys are extremely bored watching it. And for the next video, I'm just going to bring out my team of little giants because I honestly just don't care if I win or lose. And I'm probably going to get smoked, but it's fun to try to see how far I can get some of these little giants evolved. I will open this booster, and no, we're not going to continue. So we got an uncommon and a common. The Grovyle and the Rhyperior that you see I actually got from a rainbow booster that unlocked earlier today. I'm going to build my little team of giants. As promised, we are back with our team of little giants. These are, with the exception of Poliwag to Poliwhirl, they're all 3 evolutions. I'm probably not going to win, but The damage that some of these Pokemon can do once they start evolving is absolutely insane. If my opponent is good, and we're just going to set up Squirtle here. If my opponent's good, he'll just rush me and try to take me out before I can start triggering evolutions. We're running X Attack, X Attack, X Attack, Hurdle Jump, and Double Chance. The X Attacks. So that, that was bad. Just not paying attention really well. The X Attacks so that we can get evolved with the Manaphy. And I should have put something that did not have blue out there. It's going to be annoying. Yeah, I should have put one of these other Pokemon out there first. I can't even get to the goal. So, he has a Hurdle Jump, I'm sure. I can't cover the goal. What do we want to do? We've got... Ooh, we can put him to sleep. We're just going to do this. That's our best chance. Putting him to sleep. He'll probably roll Dodge. Just because he's rolled 2 whites. Nope. Alright. Hypnosis or bust. Or bust. So that was a super quick one. Really boring. Actually, it wasn't boring. That was dumb. I played that really poorly. And I have enough energy, so we'll jump into one more. I should never have put... I didn't even look at his deck, quite honestly. Just doing my own little thing. And putting out 2 blues was a terrible idea when the opponent has Terrakion. Which you can take that information with you into regular league play. If your opponent has Terrakion, don't put blue out there up front. I had a couple other choices, just didn't use them. And Poliwag decided he did not want to hit Hypnosis. So one last try. It's not Bugbot. I have no Hinduso. I didn't even look at his team. Does he have... So there's no Terrakion. So now we're going to throw out Pokemon with big blues up front. See what he wants to do. Yeah, see, so many better choices. Like this would have been a better choice. Okay. Man. Not getting a single roll. That's all. Okay. Squirtle was only there to defend, I had no desire for him to even touch his 51. Okay, this is... Once again, we are going to try to put him to sleep. Once again, I've rolled that bubble 3 straight times. It's the exact same bubble and then a dodge. So there you go. The 2 worst games ever in this gym. I can't believe... Yeah, I could have gone X Attack and picked that. No. But, you know, I put out my 2 best defending Pokemon and they didn't roll blue. And then I put out my best chance at sleeping and he didn't roll anything good. So there you go. 0 for 3, I get Bugbot, but you don't get to see that. That's going to do it for today's video. And until next time.